Welcome. How's everyone doing tonight? I've been looking over some of these Pullman documents, and I found two very interesting pages. Internal text messages at the Pullman Police Department, and one of those pages mentions Brian Koberger uh, and employment. And let's get into it. Go to the top. I was reading this one. Chat between Darby Baldwin and Jake uh, Oppen, Oppennorth. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But I need to go pick up a kid from school and run her into quick care. Is it okay if I work the rest of the day from home after I get uh, all of that accomplished? Tired face. Jake, yes. Darby, thank you. Darby Baldwin. Quick care was very slow. Got her back to Moscow. Waited over an hour in the waiting room and another 30 minutes plus in the room. And then the pharmacy was closed for an emergency. Just got home and logged back on. And then Jake says slow care instead of quick care. Darby says it definitely was today. People were napping in the waiting room. Jake says, wow. Darby says, other than hopefully introducing CJ and Corp and your IA presentation, is there anything to add to Monday's meeting agenda? Jake says, did you contact the people for the Citizen Academy? Darby says, I called them all, but I haven't sent the email yet. I was waiting to hear back from a couple about email addresses. Darby said, what's up? Jake said, Stephanie wanted to be the person to contact them and wasn't happy with me after Greg told her I was having you do it. And Darby says, that's interesting. I've been the one contacting participants in the past. Jake said, yes. She reminded me that she asked if she could contact them, and I must have told her yes, but then had you do it, so she wasn't happy with me. Darby says, weird. I guess I still don't really understand the role she's playing in everything. So whoever this is playing a role in something that Darby thinks is weird. Jake says, "Can you send them emails?" Jake said she wants to run it. That's fine. I'll send the roster to her and Greg when I hear back from the last few and get it finalized. And Jake says like she does pack, I guess. Darby says I already have the whole email drafted. And Jake says okay. Things have definitely changed about how involved she is in everything, but whatever you want to do is fine. I just need to be clear, I guess, on what it is and isn't my role. Whoever this woman is sounds like she's on a power trip. Jake says okay. Darby says even pack communications come through me as I'm the secretary slash PD liaison. Jake says, I assume things were the same as they have been, but obviously I don't know. Darby says, previously, uh, previous to previous to her talking over as chair, I handled pretty much all administrative type stuff related to the pack. We didn't have anyone running things entirely on that end. As it's a city committee, like I said, I just need to understand what she's doing, what she's going to be handling, and what I'll be doing because the two seem to be intersecting a lot. I know you guys have been meeting a lot and things, which is all new to me. So just let me know what you want things to look like, and I'll adjust my stuff accordingly. And they throw that "What am I doing with my life?" Emoji or GIF. Jake says, "Okay, we'll figure this out. New to me, too." And here's interesting. Darby does the +1. Darby says people are definitely picking up on the fact that Koberger applied to be our research fellow. I already forwarded you a couple of media inquiries specific to that. I assume the gag order isn't relevant since it's not part of the criminal case. But I am also seeing buzz about it on social media for your information. So right there, people are definitely picking up on the fact that Koberger applied to be our research fellow. Jake says, thanks. We're not talking to media, just playing it safe with the gag order. Darby says, copy. So is it okay for me to come up with a canned response for those inquiries? Now, what does it mean by canned response? That's very interesting seeing that right here. Copy. So is it so it's okay for me to come up with a canned response for those inquiries? What kind of canned response was he cooking up? Jake says I was forwarding it all the Matt Young. Okay. Darby says, oh, okay. I know that there has been at least one records request for his fellowship application, but I'm not sure what we have. I assume that was originally emailed to Gary or how the gag order impacts that, but FYI, there's that for your information again. Jake says, we've had several, and I found his application and essay in email archives and gave it to Sally. Okay, we can still release that, is what Darby said. Okay, they can still release his application and essay and email archives and gave it, because that's what it sounds like here. We've had several, and I found his application and essay in email archives and gave it to Sally. Who's Sally? And then that's when Darby says, okay, we can release that. So are they wanting to release the application and the essay and email archives, or are they releasing a statement that they gave it to Sally? Jake said, don't think so. I sent you Thad's response. And then he said, email. Darby said, I saw it. So since it's considered an employment record, that can't have that, they can't have it that way if I'm reading that all correctly. And Jake says, that's what I read too. Now, look at this over here, guys. Okay. Sad. This is Mia Bautista, city attorney for Moscow. Are you able to talk? Thad says, hello, Mia. I'm not right now. Meeting stacked up this afternoon. I will call you as soon as I have an opening. Okay, I left you a lengthy voicemail, hoping we can visit before you release any records related to Koberger. And Thad says, understood. So that right there is telling me, now, mind you, these are internal text messages and internal messages between all the investigators. So that almost sounds like collusion. Maybe they're thinking of ways to cover something up. I mean, it's black and white right there. From Thad, from Mia Bautista, from Darby, from Jake. It all sounds like that they were cooking some kind of canned response up at the same time, discussing what they can release and what they can't release because of the gag order. It looks like a cover up in writing between all four of them. That's what it appears like to me after after reading these documents and these internal text messages between the four investigators. I can come up with a canned response. And then asking if he could release the essay and the application in the email archives. And of course, you read it right there, he got shot down. So, exactly what is going on in this godforsaken case? Am I starting to crack the surface of corruption by going through these Pullman docs? Let me know down in the comment section on what you guys think. Make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, and click that bell notification for all my newest uploads. And leave a comment down below. Everyone have a good Thursday. This is True Crime Unleashed. I'm out, guys. Peace.